Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is pretty much really my first actual video, really. First video I've uploaded was just a record run of car HemiBad, which is 2009 Dodge Challenger SRT8. A little backstory on the car: I bought the car brand new back then, and originally, idea was just to go ahead and do a simple build. Made the car just real fun, 100% street car. Take to the track every once in a while, have some fun, maybe make some pulls, out in Mexico here and there, having just your generic fun muscle car, nothing crazy at all. But as time's going on, we've gone ahead and things have kind of changed a little bit. God, it ended up doing a lot more of a aggressive and serious build than I ever had anticipated initially. But we can all touch on that later on. But pretty much figured it's been a little while since I've had any kind of updates or anything. So I figured, well, what now? What better time than now? And let you guys come along a little bit with a ride as going to work to get the car back together. Last time, really, the car has competitively been together and really been together, really, hardly period, really. It's basically been almost 3 years ago now. We're getting really close to the 3-year mark, was when the last time the car was actually on the road and able to be raced and everything. A lot of you guys that have followed me over the years and know me know that I had taken the car out to a shop. I just call it Just Kidding Performance. And they went ahead and had done a back half, a roll cage on the car, which all ended up being really scrap, basically. Cage was illegal for multiple reasons. And the back half was just very bad work. Everything was off when you measure from one side to the other side. Lots of flexing. The car was pretty much a death trap, really. But get off of that subject, went ahead and had the car redone, and got a new roll cage in it, had the back half redone. Fortunately, still see the quarter panel has a nice wrinkle there on both sides, courteous to the first job that had been done. But regardless, so here we are, we're coming along. Hasn't been a whole lot of updates, to be honest, lately. Everything's been pretty much just a lot on hold, waiting for a couple of big pieces to come in. Here's my buddies. There's Diesel. He's one of my shot puppies. And there's Minnie over there. She's my little shot puppy. But, so yeah, there hasn't really been a whole lot, honestly, going on. It's been a lot of a waiting game, unfortunately. With everything with the coronavirus and everything is really kind of slowed, I think, a lot of things down. Can't get parts like you would normally. So, kind of is what it is, But I was really hoping to be able to make a debut of the car out with a new setup and everything for this year, from the fall. But it really is not looking good at all for that. And I've pretty much ruled it out completely at this point. But, so yeah, a few updates, we have going on. I did just recently pick up a couple parts from getting powder coated. You gotta excuse the mess in the garage. Everything has been pretty crazy here lately. But, so here is a, sorry, it made some bump on the cable there, or camera. This is a parachute, This is a hitch, because I'm gonna end up planning on doing drag week and everything with the car, so you got to be able to pull a trailer. Here is a mid plate. There is a front plate. Got a bracket for the fuse panel. Coming over here, we have transmission cross member, steering bracket for a manual conversion that I did on it. Parachute cable, or not cable, but the whole bracket itself, and over. Stuffed in over there is the bracket for the cable itself for the parachute. But so really, the only thing going on, really the excitement going on, has been up here in the front, really, for this last little bit. So I went ahead and got a bunch of the wiring pretty much squared away. So it's all pretty much ready to go. Most of it's wrapped up, done. And then years ago, I had cut out, there's an inner fender that runs up and along here and attached into the front. I went ahead and cut out there years ago, and to be honest, I didn't really do the greatest job. I had a couple where it was spot welded up along here. There were a couple places where it tore the thin sheet metal here. So I went ahead and recently welded it up, did a little bit of light body work over to smooth it over, and just sprayed over with some high build primer. So I'm going to go ahead and sand it down here later on, and looking to repaint the engine bay. As after years, it's really starting to look a little hammered. It has lots of scratches and everything, and for some reason I'm a little bit tickler with it, so decided to go ahead and try to clean it up, make it look a whole lot better. And of course, here is the transmission for it. Still has the factory style TR6060 in it, 6-speed, because you know I like to party, so why not? And here's just a mock-up block that I was using to be able to get everything all situated and figured out how I was going to route stuff and everything. It's been extremely helpful, that's for sure. So hopefully whenever the actual block I'm going to be doing the real build with, hopefully won't be too much longer, like I was saying, and at that point then it'll be, hopefully a lot of it will be just literally putting the car together. There's a ton of the fabrication and figuring out stuff I already have done. So once the block gets here and we do the build and the engine, everything should just pretty much pop right together one after another, other than a few items, you know, towards the end where we really need, you know, a complete setup to really finalize a few things. But overall it's coming along pretty awesome. And I also wanted to share, it's been a little bit ago now that I got this, but for some of you guys that haven't seen it in person yet, or a really good video of it, this is the Anderson composite carbon fiber doors I have on the car. They are approximately 40 pounds each lighter, so it's a huge difference. And I ended up doing just a clear coat of them because I really like the look of the carbon fiber. But you can really see, man, they fit awesome. They really did an awesome job knocking it out when they went ahead and designed these doors. And the best thing is all the power, windows and everything pops right back in, so it's just like a factory door. I did have to do a little bit of work to be able to retrofit the car. It is a 2009, and ended up retrofitting it to make the doors are technically for like a 2011, I think it would be, and up. So there are some slight differences. So I had to do a little bit of engineering there, figuring out some stuff, but made everything go together really well. And I got to put the door panel back on. Here you can really see, you know, how everything works, and they did an awesome job. Still am waiting to be able to get the dash back in. I'm going to wait pretty much until I get the car together and running, to be honest. So I did end up doing a lot of harness modifications. So in order to be positive that everything is good to go, you can't really, once the windshield's in, you can't pull the dash out with a roll cage. So that's pretty much the hold up on that one. So once I verify everything's good to go, then I'll go ahead and pop it all back together. But you know, retained all the power windows and everything, so still gonna be extremely comfortable to drive on the street. Definitely I'm not gonna have any passengers back there, that's for sure, but that's all good. So nice, solid. It's all awesome job, I have to say. So yeah, excuse the car, it's extremely dirty. Another thing, you know, I've been sitting in the garage for a while and been doing a lot of projects, but it is coming along. I'm quite excited. Can't wait to really get this thing out and get this thing going again. So it is still do have the solid axle underneath of it, but I ended up switching from the ladder bar setup to a 4-link, which should work dramatically better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And once I said, I ended up doing a manual conversion to it, so I ended up making a full kit for it. So it's pretty much 100% bolt on. The only thing that you do end up having to, reuse was the original shaft that comes down and would normally connect into the steering rack, into the pinion of the rack. I ended up having to reuse a little piece of it, but otherwise it's 100% bolt on. You can switch it out, you know. That'd be the only part that's you basically don't, you'd have to modify. So, but that's really about it, guys. So hope you guys kind of enjoy this little update. I know it's not really exciting, unfortunately. Yeah, it's pretty much the waiting game. It's kind of how it goes when you're doing kind of big builds, and you know, and you can't just do everything right there in house, and you're doing some kind of specialty parts. But hey, it is what it is, and definitely looking forward to it. So I can't wait to get the car out this spring and hopefully really do something with it. So you guys have a good one. See ya.